Hello, I am Chris Hawk. I am deundrea Holloway's stepdad. I never thought I would be recording a video like this. First of all, I want to offer my condolences to the Dodd family. I cannot imagine what you must be going through. I'm not going to deny that what happened was an extreme act of evil. Um, It was. I don't know how else to explain it. It was an act of evil. Um, I don't know if there's a word that describes it. And over here, we are ashamed. His mom, uh, his sister, were all shocked. We knew he was capable of violence, but we never saw this. We tried to get, we've been trying to get help for him for at least 3 years. But as far as longer term mental care, we were always told that we can't hold them unless they've done something. And now he's being held because he's done something. Um, our system fails people with mental problems. I've grown up in an environment with mental problems. Um, and people are kind of left on their own. It's a tragic situation. Um, this is the D that we knew. Um, they're old pictures, but they show that there's a human there. The human does exist. He's not a monster. What he did was savage. What he did was monstrous. He's not a monster. Um, the news could be shared in such a way that says a man beheaded his 8 month old or his 8 months pregnant ex girlfriend, and that's all we need. We're all repulsed right there just hearing that. We don't need the hyperbole. We don't need the um, judgments of intent and motive. Um, I haven't seen any articles that suggest that maybe uh, extreme paranoia was part of it. Again, I grew up with mental illness. I grew up with a mom who experienced paranoia, um, and it was bad. It was bad. It was something where um, it was in her head that everybody was out to get her, even her own family. Um, this is not me trying to justify what he did. I'm not. I'm trying to counter the narrative that he's a monster. I'm trying to counter the narrative where, as human beings, we are dehumanizing other people. We have to stop this. We have to stop this. We have to start. I mean, I don't know where the gospel went. A lot of this stuff is coming from Christians who are just straight up calling him a monster. They're saying there's only one answer to this, which is the death penalty, which I agree in a lot of states that's what this would be. I'm not advocating that deundrea should ever be allowed to enter civilized society again. I mean, he's obviously crossed a line there. I'm not advocating anything like that. I'm just saying there's a human being here, and it's tragic. It's tragic what mental illness has done to him. And it's unbelievable to me that people who call themselves Christians are just throwing this person away, like his soul, like his humanity, his he was human. He was fully human. As a matter of fact, he saved my life on one occasion, and that doesn't mean he's a savior, but the fact that he did an act of evil does not mean he's a monster. He's a human being, and we need to start treating people like human beings. because what we're doing is we're driving each other into madness. It's what we're doing, and I'm extremely ashamed to see a police chief share a video that does this, and it goes national and international, and nobody talked to us. Nobody took the time to talk to us about anything, uh, which is upsetting. Um, this is not to discount the tragedy that happened to the Dodd family at all. Um, I'm just saying that if you treat this as him being a monster and keep pushing that narrative that he's savage, that he's savage, that he's savage, he's a monster, he's a monster, he's a monster, what you're doing is you are creating a mythical character, a legend, a villain. Um, Charles Manson is one of them. Ted Bundy, any kind of serial killer you can think of. Anybody who does something heinous, we have put on a pedestal, whether we want to admit that or not. All you have to do is flip through the TV to see the true crime stations there are, and we're obsessed with this. So if you're going to sit here and call somebody murder and basic, not a murder, a monster. If you're going to call somebody a monster and at the same time give ratings to the shows that talk about these things all the time and kind of place these human beings on a pedestal of evil that is basically solidified in that place where they are now legends. If we do that, uh, we are just creating a cyclical problem. We are feeding into the very thing that we supposedly don't want to see. And this news needs to be shared. I'm not saying it doesn't need to be shared, but there are facts that can be shared that make us all realize how repulsive this is without having to dehumanize a human being. Just to self aggrandize yourself by shooting a story into national attention. And I don't know. One thing I know is that I know that I'm not arguing that D didn't do this. Um, I know he did. Uh, but I'm also going to say that it's been said before, but a lie has made it halfway around the world while the truth is still putting its shoes on. And there's a whole lot of truth that people aren't seeing here. And that doesn't mean that D is innocent, but it means that we really need to take mental health seriously, or we're never going to see an end to this kind of thing. And again, I'm sorry for the pain is not a accurate word. It doesn't grasp it. I'm sorry for the sorrow. I'm sorry for the pain. I'm sorry for the anguish. I'm sorry for the mental torture. I'm sorry for the sense of death you feel to the Dodd family. I'm sorry. I am sorry, a million times sorry. And that's all I have. But the narrative that's out there right now is not accurate.